Hey guys, welcome back. And this is kind of a fresh review because this was just on the WWE Network. And I want to do my review of 24 WWE 24 Women's Revolution. Um, I checked it out. It was on network. It got uploaded. I believe it was after Raw. It went on the air. Um, it was either after Raw or after SmackDown, one of the two. Um, and my network is so like I have it on my PS3. I know, don't judge. I know there's PS4s out and Xbox Ones, but I got a PS3. Don't judge. Um, that's normally when I watch it on, and sometimes it doesn't want to connect to the internet. But anyway, it wouldn't load up the one night. It kicked me off. It wouldn't. I don't know. It's weird. My internet's kind of awkward. Um, but I finally got to watch it. Finish it last night. What a good documentary. That documentary is really, really good. Um, and the one thing I could say about the WWE is they're really good at creating documentaries for the most part. Um, this was another one that is definitely one to watch over and over again. And I think 10 years from now, this will be a great documentary to look back at and see where we have came from. And hopefully we have not reverted back to where we were. um, if history repeats itself, it will happen again. We will revert back to the Divas Championship. Anyway, let me get a drink. And it was really good. It didn't really focus a lot on the past, which is good. It just kind of in passing, like talked about it. Um, but I thought it was really good. It focused on Sasha, and Charlotte and everything like that. And I think one of the points in the documentary that I enjoyed was that they said that Charlotte and the WWE in general has done a good job at transforming Charlotte's character into pulling that legacy of Ric Flair with her into the WWE. And I think that definitely will do something for her character and for any of her children if she ends up having any at all. Ric Flair's legacy and her legacy will stay intact. And even if she only wrestles for like 1 or 2 more years, she'll still be remembered for a lot of things. And they showed a highlight of WrestleMania, this last WrestleMania, whichever the hell it was. Was that 31 or 32? I think it was 31. Anyway, um, and I got a cold, so if you hear me sniffle or whatever, you know why. But they showed her doing the moonsault. And I think she did it in NXT, but I didn't really watch Charlotte in NXT, to be honest. But she did a moonsault at WrestleMania off the top rope onto the floor. And she doesn't really do that a lot on Raw and stuff like that. So it's interesting that they're teaching them in a way. They're like, okay, we know what you can do in NXT. We know you can tear the house down like the guys. But now we're going to show you probably how to tone it back. They didn't say that in the documentary, but that's what I get. The feeling is that they showed them when they come up, like, okay, we know what you did in NXT, but you have to be able to save stuff, and kind of drag it out. And for the big moments, you got to pull off those stuff. And that's kind of what WWE has always done, Like they've always told the guys, save the things for whatever. Because I remember a lot of wrestlers talking about that. And a lot of wrestlers say, well, whatever. We're just going to do it, and we'll come up with something when we get to that. Because I know Raven talked about that. Like WCW people used to do it, and WWE both did it. Is that save those things for pay-per-view events. And that makes sense, because you don't want your Raw show to be more memorable than your pay-per-view. You don't want to do that. That's almost like you don't want your trailer of the movie to be more impressive than the actual movie. That's happened before, folks. Happens a lot lately. But the documentary was really good. If you haven't checked it out, definitely go check it out. I give it a 5-star review. I give it 5 stars because it's just amazing. 5 out of 5, man. Because it's pretty good. It gives you insight to Sasha, Bailey, the 4 horsemen of women the women four horsemen, whatever the hell they call them. All four of those women, Becky, Charlotte, Sasha, and Bailey, they all get a perspective, and they even talk to some of the other women. I know Emma talks for like 3 minutes or 2 minutes or something, and pretty interesting to hear. Hopefully, she's okay. We had seen more Emma. Hearing what I heard about, she's got some bad injury going on right now, do with her back, and that's not good at all when it comes to wrestling. But her being a woman as well, so. Because women, and that's the thing about women, and in closing in the video, let me say this, is that I think, and I'm not trying to say this to kind of like protect women and like don't let them go out and do all this, but this is what I think that wrestling in general has done, is they want to protect the women because they don't want them to get hurt. Because some of the women, I mean, in Sasha's case, like if she doesn't move the wrong way one night, a lot of the women aren't built like the guys. They could get hurt more. So if she lands a wrong way, her career could be over. She might not recover from it. Going to maybe like a guy that if he gets injured a certain way, he may recover from it because he'll be tougher and be able to handle that when he goes back into the ring. Now, maybe some women could be able to do that. But if we talk about some of the injuries that's happened to like Stone Cold and Triple H and stuff like that, and being able to go out there and continue to wrestle, but under a different set, that's when it gets a little bit iffy. And what I mean by that is like sometimes a guy will turn into a brawler because he can't do what he used to do in the ring. I'm sure there's an example, but I can't go. I mean, kind of like I guess kind of like a Stone Cold. Like if Sasha Banks were to hurt her leg really bad and wouldn't be able to be mobile as much, would she be the Sasha Banks that she is right now? That's what I want people. That's what I want to kind of put out there, because I think that's the difference in women, is because we had a hard time. I mean, unless I can still tell that story. That's the thing. Anyway, I'm rambling on way too long. But that's kind of why I think maybe in the past they were kind of trying to hold women back. And now that kind of does kind of like, because I mean, you see what happened with the Bellas. They got more, active and things like that when the revolution started to happen. And look, they both got hurt. Or they both somewhat got hurt. And they both had to retire, basically. And now the one's coming back, supposedly. But how good is she going to be? That's the thing. Like, her neck is screwed up now. If something happens, she's probably done. Her career's probably over. So, yeah. But anyway, WWE 24, Women's Revolution. I think that's what it's called. If not, close enough. You know what I'm talking about. It should be featured for at least a week or so. So, if not, it's WWE 24. Go look for the women's documentary. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. As always, if you've seen the documentary, tell me down below what you thought about it, what your comments are. I thought it was pretty good. And as always, keep rocking and keep watching wrestling.